In the book, I also discovered that uMaqoma had a love for women. And what we read in history is that African men are very abusive and sexist towards us. But in the book, uMaqoma, his relationships with women, even though he's a polygamist, his relationship with women is that of respect, love, care, and protection. So I urge if females as Lapa, please read the book so that you understand where you come from, so that you know that you are the descendants of Osuthu, Okati, Onotonto, Ononqena, Oxina, and you understand why things are this. Going forth, I would like to introduce Uput Pumzilemti, who will be conversating with Uput Tembangada. A brief profile about Mr. Mti. He started working in radio in 1985 as a technician responsible for on-air production for the radio Transkei. He was promoted in 1989 as senior controller production services for Radio Transkei. He joined television in 1991 to 1993 as a vision mixer. In 1994, he was appointed as head of operations in SABC based in Mthatha. Gonyaka 2000, he was appointed as marketing executive for broadcasting facilities, including music studios in the SABC Upper Epai. In 2005, he was appointed as events coordinator for Umhlobo Wenene. Gonyaka 2006, he was appointed as programs manager for Umhlobo Wenene. Go 2012, uzotsho namhlanje to date, he is the station manager of Umhlobo Wenene. Masimqhwabeleni as we welcome him on stage.
Very interesting book, isn't it? It is. I personally, I think I'm very, very impressed. This is, you know, history. Maqoma eyondlalwe phambi kwethu namhlanje. And I would like this discussion to be very interactive. I have a number of questions in front of me. And we'll also open up questions coming from the floor so that we don't have a audience that is going to die of despondency. Yeah, I'm sure some of the questions will, because we need more information about this book, because it's very interesting. Can you tell us about the company, Amava, the past, the present, and the future?
Thank you very much. Amava was formed after the first book was published. Mm. The issue was to get the book out, and I did not want to be a publisher. I find myself a publisher now. Amava is a publishing house, a black-owned publishing house that publishes heritage material. We collect, we research, we debate, yes. we write, we record in book format, in audio format, in film format, in whatever format, all the material that, one, was forgotten, or material that was never published, or material that was published and got lost. So we've got a backlog before we create new knowledge. Yes. We have a serious backlog of stuff that we don't know. Number two, we need to correct things that were written, things that we read in history. We need to refocus those things. But going forward, we also need our new academic. We've got 2 academics now who are doing their PhDs on Maqoma. We need to publish those because now they've got a fresh perspective on Maqoma. So that Maqoma, but Maqoma as a figure is an international figure. Is not we cannot confine him to Xhosa land. He's above that. But Maqoma is just an icon that we're using for all others. We've got Lebengula, we've got we've got Pondombini, we've got, we've got so many people who are forgotten that we need to bring out to light. My job, I'm a communication specialist. My job is to shine light where there's no light. When you say you have a home of legends, the province of the Eastern Cape, you say it's the home of legends. You start from 1961 when Mandela was incarcerated. What happened to Maqoma?
Yes.
What happened to all the others?
Okay, briefly, can you give us Maqoma as a brand?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about it?
No, he towers every other brand that ever lived or in the resistance and liberation history of Africa, not just of South Africa. Maqoma's his job, he wanted to finish the colonizers.
Yes.
He wanted to finish them in the Cape before they could see there's Mushweshwe on the other side, before they could see there's Shaka, before they could see there's Kukune, before they could see there's Ngungunyane, before they could see there's Tswane. His mission was, let me finish these people before they see what is happening beyond us.
Okay.
That's a towering brand.
Very interesting. Can you take us through the actual production of the book itself?
Whew, that was tough. That was very tough. It was a to and fro between me and the author, and the author is in Canada, and we disagree on things. See, on how to call things, and the other chapters. This chapter is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there, and I'm not the publisher, and he has dealt with publishers more than I have, but he gave me the benefit of a doubt that this guy knows what he's doing. In fact, he was very happy that after 21 years he had published the book, somebody's interested in the book. And this person is a Khachabe, more than anything else, is in the land where the terrain where this movie is playing, you see. So then then he flew to South Africa, we had another discussion, and then we found each other, and then we agreed that the first draft is not what you see now. This one is got, even has a foreword from Ngosi Patekile Olomisa.
Oh, yes.
He was not our first choice. Our first choice was President Mbeki. He still has the copy that we sent him so that he can read and write. We have not given up on that. We will, maybe the next impression we'll have is forward. So we didn't have money. Even now, the money that we're using is my money, is my life savings. I had to resign to get my pensions to establish this work because I believe in this work.
Now, what are the challenges? Any challenges, perhaps, in breaking through the market?
What makes me cry, because bulk sales will do a lot for us. This book, needs to go to high schools for history to replace Napoleon and Van Riebeeck. That we've been to the Department of Education, and we've been to the Department of Education, and we've been to the Department of Education. And what makes me cry is when you walk into a government office, you see this black government official, and you introduce yourself as a black publisher. Black publishers are something very rare. You're supposed to jump in your chair and say, "You are a black publisher." People don't. I hate it when people don't jump when I expect them to jump. And not only that, he starts protecting Via Africa Limited and Macmillan and so on. Why? Is it because he likes them? No, because he likes their money. I don't have the money to bribe him. So it's going to take a long time, but finally we will see it in schools. We've made a breakthrough in the Department of Arts and Culture in the Eastern Cape. They've started buying books from us for their own libraries, 209 libraries in the province. The Western Cape Department of Arts and Culture also has shown interest and started buying books from us. The market is colonized by the big boys. We are a small boy. So we must find ways, like we're appointing now agents in townships to sell these books. These people get commission. I mean, they support them. That's a guerrilla tactic that we learned from Maqoma. We can't get through to the big boys because they are closing it. How are they closing it? You want to see my book at exclusive? Yes, you will see it. They take 83% of the purchase price. Where am I?
Sure.
See. So we are negotiating, and the negotiations are in an advanced stage from the 2 years when we started. Now they are coming down to at least 48%. So finally, our books will be there. But we don't want to play in that market. We want to appoint our agents in our own areas where you know that in the third house from this street there is a book, you can buy it from there. And then that person gets food in his table.
Mm-hmm. Just to create some interest, can you take us through some extracts from the book that could be very interesting?
Which must I take?
Any. that would make it a point that anybody who's here will want to buy.
Let's go to, I've told you the story of, let's repeat that story. Let's go to 189.
Okay.
We'll just repeat the story that you know. On the morning of 14 December, Maqoma heard rumors that a British governor had arrived in Port Elizabeth by ship. Right into the center of town, the Inkosi noticed a large crowd of settlers gathering outside the Phoenix Hotel. After observing Njongomsobomvu from one of the hotel windows, the governor emerged from the building. To the Nkosi's horror and disbelief, he beheld his murderer, Harry Smith, had become the new governor of the Cape Colony. Smith, who had won fame fighting six at Alwal in India, approached Maqoma in a friendly manner, but at the last minute, the governor grasped his sword and drew it partially from its scamper. Startled by this sudden menace, Njongomsobomvu pulled back and was ridiculed loudly by a crowd of settlers. With a sarcastic smile, Harry Smith retired in silence. That afternoon, when Nkosi offered to shake hands with the governor, the latter knocked him down to the floor. Her Majesty's New West representative could hardly be described as an epitome of upper-class Victorian gentility. Placing his boot on Njongomsobomvu's throat and brandishing a sword over his head, Smith yelled, "This is to teach you that I have come hither to teach Kefaland that I am chief and master here. And in this way, I shall treat enemies of the Queen." Although terrified, the Inkosi snarled in retort, "You are a dog, and so you behave like a dog." This thing was not sent by Victoria, who knows that I am of royal blood like herself. There's another one which I like a lot at the end of a war. I'm going to paraphrase it. The discussion, Maqoma sends women, 11 women, both black and white. The white ones were wives of the missionaries, to Fort Cox to ask for peace. Maqoma had to be an aggressor and also a peacemaker at the same time. He has no one else to do the other things, right? So there was a conference in the Gas Forest above Fort Cox. And then at the conference, the lieutenant colonel came with his entourage. And Maqoma was surrounded by 3,000 soldiers with guns. And he was on top of a tree. So when they called for his name, nobody could see him, and then he spoke from the tree. And then there was a peace pact that was signed. At the end of the peace pact, the Xhosa had to give back the guns. And he says, I wonder why we should give back these guns. Because we have agreed that we are now in peace times, we are not in war times. What are you going to do with these guns? Number two, we agreed that we are now the children of the queen. We want to protect her. She might have enemies, you know? So we need to protect her. Why are you taking our guns?
Very interesting extract. That was a nice one. I have just two more questions. The future of the book?
The book is we've finished now promoting the book. We've been promoting the book for a year now. Now we're doing the final run of the Eastern Cape. We are fresh from Steve Biko Foundation on the 21st of September. We are now here, and then we're going to Queenstown, and then we're going to the Nelson Mandela Foundation in Mthatha. We'll finish the Eastern Cape round. Possibly with a media partner somewhere in Parsons Hill or things like that.
All right.
And then we have commissioned the translation, so we'll publish the translation.
Yes.
And then we have commissioned Kwezi, who is a filmmaker. Hello, Kwezi. Hello, Papa Kwezi. Who is a filmmaker to do the. She advised us, don't do the film. The film is 2 billion rand. Let's do what do you call that thing? A documentary. So we've finished now the proposal for the documentary. We've started shooting. We will start shooting on the next week. But we still don't have the 2 million rand that we need for the documentary. We're still using my money to start that project. So the documentary, we're hoping that by the 9th of September 2018, it will be on our TV screens. Sure. If we get somebody to bless us, please. So that's where the book is going. So we're gonna start now the same round of launches for that one. Sure. And this one is launching on the 5th of November, Cape-Xhosa in Middledrift.
Okay. If people out there want the book, where do they get it?
In PE, you get it from Harry. His number was on the screen. Is it still there? His number is on the screen. We will be on all your bookshops once we finish this difficult negotiation. Sure. For now, call Harry. If you can't call Harry, go to amavaheritage.co.za. It's a transactional website. You buy the book, you pay online. The book comes to you in 3 days. You don't pay extra for shipping.
Thank you very much. Can we take questions from the floor?
Okay,
Can you coordinate that?
Yes, I will indeed.
Thank you very much. Igama lam ndingumbulaleko wakwanyondo. Ndinguchaya ingwe umbona ukhiphi usawa unqeno. Ndingumzukulwana wabazukulwana bakankosi ulanga. Unqeno awaye general yakhe phansi kwesizwe samambalo. What I need to find out is whether at the time your inspector kwenu, 2 questions actually, umzimba kaJonga Msobomvu nabona la mark ye Mbumbulu, whether it coincided with your knowledge of the story, so tukulwa kwakhe, because there have been criticisms at some point about the time yo thathwa kwamathambo wakhe Robben Island to Entabakandoda in the early 70s, if I remember well, in terms of time. Secondly, having known the date and the time when Unkosi Ungqika was decapitated, how far have you gone? Kumalinge o establish clearly indebtedness ye authorities zaseBritani for ungabikho kwenhloko kakumkani Ungqika emzimbeni wakhe. Those are the issues I want to find if you could comment on that.
Enkosi Tata. I'll take a second question and a third question, and then we'll take it back to the gentleman. Okay, better now.
Chama Queen. Igama ngubizo ntsibaze nqanda kaphomela. Andozo biza ziduko. Ndingumzukulwana wamakhosi amaninzi. Angabaxhenze. So kungatshonelanga. Uthetha ngomhlekazi uJongo Msobomvu. Usithi akazange abunikezwe ubukhosi bantu kuva kakuhle kuba engengo onina wayeyintombi yasema yogaba bona bengengabo abantu bantwana bomgqoba okanye abantwana bomthonyama ngowasebukhosini abantwana begazi. Kodwa ke uzothi xa uthethayo uthi ngokwesiko labathwa wayenolifumana lowonga lokukhokhela isizwe. Iyandichukumisa laa ndawo ngoba luninzi uqhagamshelwano olukhoyo phakathi kwabathwa nabathwakazi nesizwe samaXhosa. Nto leyo ithi ichukumise kwinzala kaXhosa okanye kwinzala kaMpondomise yabaThembu nezinye izizwe, ngakumbi kubantwana bethongo. Kodwa umlando wethu opheleleyo ngoko osidibanisa nabathwa nabathwakazi siwazi. So isicelo sam kukuba le company yakho nabantu osebenza nabo basiphandele umlando wokudibana kwendlu zezizwe zikaXhosa kunye nabathwa nabathwakazi. Uba ngikhe nisichubele nje elobhaqolo lembali nisibuye ke ngoku nisibekele esithebeni, ndingonwaba kakhulu. Camakho.
Thank you.
Ndicela uya kubhudi lo and then sawuphinda sithathe enye round of questions.
Molweni bahlekazi, igama lami ndingu-Athengosi wakwaKilane, ndingumqoqo, ndizalwa eMangxongweni, ndisuka kulaa mhlaba amagqunukhwebe. Tatam, incwadi yakho ndiqale ukuyiva phaa kwi-BE ngentseni apha kulo nyaka upheleyo okanye uqala kwalo nyaka. Ndaqonda uba ke ndinomdla kakhulu, ndazinika ithuba mandize apha, kukude ke apha ke tata. Ndinale mibuzo ke ilandelayo, kodwa ke ndinalo necebiso. I-Africans in the diaspora zinganomdla kakhulu wale ncwadi. Ndifuna ukuthi ke xa mhlambi nibona uba niyabethakala empokothweni, khanikhe nichukumise neza nkokheli okanye oobhuti bethu aba baweliswa iilwandle. Ndifuna ukuthi ii-investors endinothi nizifumane zikhona kwi-African diaspora, zi-scattered all over, and zinga-interested ukwazini le history, because i-history bona bayaziyo ye-slavery.
Sure.
So ndingafuna ke into yoba for ii-investors nenze sure uba nitatsha i-African all over the diaspora. Okwesibini ndifuna nje uqonde into yokuba i-PE yayibizwa ngeliphi igama, izingobani inkosi ngela xesha unkosi uMaqoma wayesiza apho kweli cala, because ayikwazi ubhunxa aphinda abuyele apho bevela khona njalo njalo. Engicela ke okwesithathu njengacebisa uba nikhe niye nasezilokishini nipromote le ncwadi so that sifikelele kumntu wonke, because kukude nyani ke apha. Enkosi.
Enkosi.
Enkosi bhuti. Ndicela ke
Sizanika ithuba lo responder. Sorry, ngifuna usabela nje. Busithi ubuyivephi le ncwadi? Busithi ubuyivephi na le ncwadi? All right. Kumhlobo, ne? All right. All right. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Maqoma's bones, Nkosi Ulanga, are a subject of many books. You will understand that the context of the digging of the bones from the island and the pomp and ceremony that and the marketing that it received was unprecedented from the South African government to prop up what was supposed to be a republic of the Ciskei, which was born in 1981, a few years after this happened. A so-called Ciskei republic needed a Shaka-like character for it to exist and compete, so that those of us who were fighting against it could see that it is mighty. So the fetching of the bones was spearheaded by Nkosi Land Maqoma, who was serving in the Ciskei cabinet at the time. And then he had a fight, because it became very popular. After that, he had a fight with the chief minister, El Sebe, and was fired because it was too popular because of this thing of these bones. But the bones were used for many things. They are a subject of discussion in the family itself. Some say the bones are supposed to be at Cape-Xhosa, Maqoma's land, not at Ndabakandoda. Some say those are the bones of a cat. Some say these are bones of a monkey. Some say they are bones of a woman. It's not the bones that the bones are supposed to be the bones of. There are so many stories about the bones. But the fact of history that we have come to accept was that Maqoma was killed on Robben Island, and his bones are no longer on Robben Island. That is what we've accepted. Obviously, it needs some more academic work because it's got politics in it. So that's going to be my answer. I'm not sure if it's going to satisfy you, but that's going to be my answer. Nqeka's compensation, not only Nqeka. There are so many people that we need to follow and do class actions. And then extract money from the colony, including our diamonds that are sitting in England. It's a mammoth task, which was supposed to be done by some people who were captured by some people for 21 years. I don't have the power and the money and the time. I mean, my own grandfather's head is somewhere in a museum in Scotland. The guy who gave birth to my father, we don't have his grave. He was a counselor to the chief and was killed. He died in his own vocation because because he was mistaken for his royal. He was killed. Now, all we have is the two guns that he took. We can't say who he met at to get those guns, but he's got two guns. We've got those guns, right? But we still don't have. I mean, I want to start a mission to go to Scotland and look for this head and look for who killed him and why, right? Now, that's in a small scale. But now, if you're saying as a nation, we've been hurt, things have been stolen from us. We need some compensation. That's a big debate. The Khoi blood, amaXhosa athanda ukuthi ndingumXhosa xhoxho ongangxengwanga. Ayikho into enjalo. AmaXhosa angxengiwe kakhulu futhi. Let's take one example, amagqunukhwebe. Amagqunukhwebe are 75% Khoi. If you take out amachawe la ngqandana namachawe asemagqunukhwebeni, take out amabamba, take out amamfene, take out amantakwende, kushiyeke ntoni? Ushiyeke namasukwini ngamaKhoi, ushiyeke namagqwashu ngamaKhoi, ushiyeke namanqakwane ngamaKhoi, ushiyeke namangqosini ngamaKhoi, Ushiyeke ngamakhoyi owushiyeke nawo sithathu ngamakhoyi ushiyeke namacethe ngamakhoyi. So we are, as a nation yamagqunukhwebe, we are 75% Khoi, whether we like it or not. See, so if you are not Khoi by birth, you are Khoi by your mother, right? Because there was a cross marriage. See, and Ndabagandoda is known as the Xhosa shrine of great chiefs. That it is not. It was owned by the Khoi. Ndoda is a Khoi chief. His wife is chieftainess Woho, who beat Chiwo. Wazoncediswa ngamagqunukhwebe ukuze amagqunukhwebe azofakwa ebukhosini bamaXhosa. You see. So no, asingondoda owabetha uChiwo, ngumkakhe uWoho. So yeah, we cannot deny the Khoi blood. I mean, all the yellow bones in the house are Khoi. My own grandfather died for that because he was very light and tall. That's why he died. Right? Africans in the diaspora. Actually, I would like to publish a book like that. Please write a book tracing the Khoi blood in the Xhosa. Africans in the diaspora, thank you, sir. We will follow that up. PE names. I gave you some there. Icacadu umlambo ohamba apha. Le ndawo ebizwa indawo zibizwa ngemilambo yazo. Icacadu le. Ifanba ebizwa ngalo mlambo. And then it was conquered to be the Algoa Bay. We still keep the Algoa radio station and the Algoa motors and the Algoa everything. It was the Algoa Bay. It's important to the English because this is where the 1820 settlers arrived. And by the way, the place where this 1820 settler monument is called Egazini. That is a fight of 1819 where Nxele mobilized 10,000 soldiers to beat the English. They beat them. And then it was taken to the island. So it's their monument, but underneath is our monument. It's called Egazini in Grahamstown. So you want to reclaim PE? Let's do that.
Thank you very much, Butemba. I'll take another round. I'll take 3 and then the last 3. I think we're way over, sorry, our allocated time. We were supposed to have finished at 7.
Molweni ngaphambili.
Mola.
Igaba lam ngugwaba wakwaBhotya, umanxasana isituko. Sikhonza nankomo. Malelo lezintombi ezithi bhuti yonke izeke noba nankomo. Phuma kutsolo, Mampondo Mseni. Lo msebenzi wenzileyo tata ngowonconywa because we are the generation that is now termed millennials. But between 76 no 2015, you have a great uprising eSoweto yabantu abatsha who say enough is enough. But nabo belandela kwezinyawo zamaqhawe afana noMaqoma who said resistance and that was their charge. 2015 we have this new group who says fees must fall. 1994 did not bring what was promised. And so there's a group caught between 76 and 2015 and that's where we are, and we've been silent for a very long time. That generation is trying to find its place because there's really nothing that we've ever done of prominence. But you see Abantu Abafana noThando Mgqolozana, who has Abantu Book Festival that is running from the 7th to the 10th, I believe, of December, eGauteng. And I would encourage, because those are spaces where we are trying to reclaim. And Thando stood up and said, look, Ndonela, I think it was 2015, he said, look, white literal festivals are not for him. He is a black author and he doesn't feel that those spaces are accommodating of him. I would encourage, if you can, that is also part of making this book visible, gaining more traction, but also just spreading it as well because we have to preserve it. So siyabulela ngalento and the steps you've taken, and it probably wasn't easy, but it's people like you who carry his spirit, because it's that when you say you cannot sleep and you cannot allow this history to die. So umbulelo kakhulu, and hopefully in adding to what Ubudi said, the diaspora, platforms like Yabantu Book Festival, let's try and engage in those and perhaps gain more traction for the book.
Thank you.
Kusnethemba andizoyitsala number ndiyabulela kakhulu ngale session yale ncwadi adding to like ndiqoma ndithuke xa usisesithi sinexesha elincinci. One of the challenges esinazo is that izinto ezidibanise ne-history yethu nayo yonke into edibanise no-reclaimer ubuntu bethu, we are always giving it ixesha elincinci. We always, not showing much interest kuzo, and it's one of the things that we need to fight. The minute we give izinto ezidibanisa nathi ixesha, I think that's when we will win. Coming to incwadi, enye yeengxaki esinazo kakhulu is zincwadi ezibhalwe ngesiXhosa. Ndiyavuya xa usithi kukho i-translations. I will buy the book, but I really need to own a copy. Yes, Xhosa, because amaxesha amaninzi le ncwadi, when Ubizo told me about the book, the first thing I was interested in ibhalwe ngubani le ncwadi. I was kind of disappointed that it was written by a white person, but I was so excited when you explained about the corrections that you made on the book and all that. And for that, I don't have words to actually thank you for that. And going forward, I am really, anticipating to own a copy as closer. And maybe nezinye incwadi ezizayo, maybe we should start ngengcwadi ezibhalwe ngesiXhosa, so that naxa sithetha apha singabi no so that, sithethe ngesiXhosa. Enkosi ndiyabulela.
Enkosi Bhuti. Bhuti bephakamise kuqala uzinhle. Okay.
Okay, nguwandile fana lo uCharles uSiduko, team omkhulu ngapha eQamata. Ndidaka esitulweni nami ndingumpublisher. Ndimantake nami esitulweni ndiyavakalelwa. Noma sendikhuphe incwadi ezingapha ko 18 books already. Akukhona enye yesilungu. Sezisixhosa zonke. Kunzima kodwa ungathetha nje wena uthetha kamnandi. Kunzima kuba anifundi. Bantu bamnyama anifundi. Nibhizi TV ne-radio nentontoni. Kanti ifihlike bakwaza ncwadi. Kunzima. So xa ndibona ulutsha ugcwele apha, ndibona nabantu abaphakamisa ilanguage yabo, then ndiyavuya ukuthela uba noko kukho i-future. Kusizawulwa nothetha lwasi sizame. And sitsho nje kunzima phakathi ekitchen. Ungayibona ukuthi uthi ndingalilungisa pha ndilungise pha, kodwa kunzima kuba namhlanje ufuna zithenge incwadi, yabo. Enza leqoma ukuba zithengwe. Ngabelungu abantu abadinga incwadi ngaphezu kwethu, yabo. Thina abantu bamnyama eyona ngxaki sinayo is a false sense of unity. We act like we were united, we want each other, but we're out there to put each other down. Funeka iphele loo nto leyo bantu bamnyama, yabo. It will true ke kwincwadi ezivane zikatata nezinye incwadi neembono zayo, yabo, sinokwazi uba sitshintshe isizwe sethu kuba sisengxakini madoda, yabo. Inkosi.
Banibulele mhlekazi. Ndicela amanqaku avela kuni, ndizaza kwesesi. Amanqaku kuni Bhuti ngezi questions ne-comments.
Comment.
Okay.
Okay. Ndiyabulela Gwaba. Ndizawuya phaa ku-Abantu Book Festival. Ndiyayincumela le Abantu ngoba ndandingayazi, ndahlangana nayo kwenye book launch. wathi lo mfana une-book festival. Ingaske zibe ninzi ke abantu esinazo all around the country. Laa nto bendiyithetha sifuna sibe ne-strategy as publishers as well. Obana, how do we get our work out, minus the colonial structures, because they are not meant for us. And Gwaba also said something very touching, that there is a spiritual side of the work we do. We umuntu ungenwa sispirit somuntu ongasekhoyo sithethe ngaye angakwazi uzicontrol, angakwazi unxiba izihlangu, angakwazi ubheka emsebenzini odila nabelungu, angafithi, acatshukelwe ngabanye abantu, abe ngunyamambi bantwini, ade enze le nto ayibizelwe uba makayenze. So I've spent 23 years of my life in ndisitya imali yabelungu ndiyifaka ezipokothweni zam ndizenza isityebi ngemali yabelungu, but I was not happy. I'm happy now. I don't have a salary, but I'm happy. And it's a mission of connecting another world to another world. It's not an easy mission. It's a very delicate mission. But kufuneka izinto sizicamagushele, umuntu ufuneka aye entabeni kwandoda ayoyicela lo msebenzi. That's what I did. Thatha iplane eKapa ndahamba ndotsho entabeni kwandoda ndocela lo msebenzi. Kukho umsebenzi onjena indixakile lento. I did not get an answer for 3 weeks, and I did not move for 3 weeks. I only moved when I got an answer that go ahead. So it's deep spiritual work that has to be done. And they will connect all of us to say, epain beke ukwaba, epedin beke ubani, ngapha ndibeke umaya, ngapha bonke abantu baza kuncedisa ukuziyenze lento. Awuzudibana nabo ngosuku olunye, and awuzudibana nabo ngendlela eyi-one. Ezinye abanye abantu ayikho into kuthiwa coincidence esiXhoseni, udibana naye umuntu ngoba kwisizathu sokudibana naye ngelo xesha. So yes, Gwapa, that is what we're carrying. We carry with pride. I will not finish this work. I will die. God, I would have done my part.
Butemba.
Because what I'm capturing is that there's a lot of what we think is true that is not true. Yes. Ours is to go back and rewrite the wrong information, the misleading information that has been fed to our people and to claim our space. Yes. And the decolonization also starts with appreciating our own languages. But what we have done, you know, it's comfortable to speak in English than speaking in isiZulu. Yeah. How do we start owning up to our own languages? And I mean, listening to Maqoma, for me, when we talk about strategy, he's a strategist. Yes. And there's a lot that we can learn from that. I mean, from a business perspective, I can actually go and analyze and say, a strategy, how do you go about doing the strategy? How do you go about managing the whole process, the planning, the organizing, all those issues that we haven't even engaged upon? So what I'm trying to say, there's still a lot that we need to do. And we cannot wait for other people to do what we need to do. Instead, you say that we need to.
Thank you.
Siyabulela sisi kakhulu. Ubuthanda kuyathanda uhleba. Sizawuthatha umbuzo kubhudi endiqonda uba izaba ngowokugqibela.
Hayi mhlawumbe ndizobuza ngizokuncokola.
Monde ngonyama.
Ndingumonde mina igama. Ungonyama ngudlamini. Ngo-2008 ndabiza abantu eMaqaki Hall. Ndathi kubo sisoloko sikhalaza ngeRhawuti nomaKapa and all these things. Let's draw a plan of taking over the Opera House. And we are going to good. We planned it kwaMaqaki Hall. And in 2012 we took it over.
Yeah.
We are transforming the Opera House. Ndiyavuya ke kukho abantu ababini apha endizawuthetha ngabo uKhanyile Mgwangca, i-actor. I hope he's not going to create more problematic questions for me. Instead, uzawuthi masithenge incwadi and see how do we put it on stage and stop asking me nonsensical questions. Fortunately, as a producer, I've gone past the stage of answering questions. Kukono Professor Nochulana, who we have spoken ngelithi ke as part of ukukhula kwe-transformation, rhoqo masibe nazo ezingxoko ngoluncwadi. Nyani kasothatha awazini because incwadi into yofundwa in your own time. But to promote it, ndiyabona ke kukhona umkhondo kwazela apha. MA Final Arts, Fine Arts graduate. I hope he sees in terms of exhibitions indona noyenza nganye yezincwadi ezilapha. So I think usibizele apha into yobana sizo edish how to add value. Mthanda uComrade Pab ethetha nge-publishing. I'm a retired poet. Ndapublish incwadi yesiXhosa, ndapublisha 500 copies. Ndisana 490, 7 years on. I meet many poets as ngixala ngepoems zazo, but they don't want to read anyone else's poem. Into obsessed yakhe poem. So this is the problem that we are facing as Africans, where we have this overwhelming edge or surge of wanting to say things without listening and reading. And the cycle of a writer is threefold. It is to read, it is to live, before you even take the responsibility of writing. So I think ilento sibethayo ke thina abantu abamnyama. Mna ndiyabulela le ntsika. Khona ngoku sifonele iCenter for the Book because sisokolana nomkhondo kaChiwo. Ezinye zezinto i-mistakes esizenzayo ngabasengabantu abamnyama is to look at atrocities committed by whites and not look at atrocities that we commit even today as blacks. And this gives a sense of false, posturing as the people. Because in a book, you are not focusing on a story, but you're focusing on the values of that time and reflect and pronounce whether you are lucky to be alive or in a sad state. So for me, I really appreciate incwadi kaMaqoma, and I hope kukhanyile nje wanchilo uzawukhangela bathenge ikopi ayifunde ukhanyile ngicela umgwelitela ayifunde ukhanyile for a month abuye athi ayaproduceka. So ndiyayibulela loo nto. Prof, ingcango zethu zivulekile. When we fought, we said this South Africa belongs to us, so we shouldn't corner ourselves. Quick corners, yes, well enough, we'll extend to Imendi Art Center because it's going to be part of this institution, but it shouldn't be an excuse. The umbrella. Our blackness shouldn't be an excuse of inferiority.
Ikhona incwadi ezawuzane ngombolo epheleleyo sizayikhupha ngoMarch next year isiXhosa ibhalwe ndim ithi imfazwe kaMlanjeni kuyintshayelelo nengcombolo izaba khona naleyo ingcombolo ndizawukhupha ke kungekudalanga phaka la website yethu amavaheritage.co.za intshayelelo no chapter 1 qha uba ni comment izaba khona nale app ikhona nangoku iblog ethetha ngalonto ine headline ethi andimfunda umrharhabe omnye athi ndiyamcapukela lo mcaleka ikhona seyikhona ke leyo kwiblog yambuno yapha kula website iyayincokola le ndaba ingcambu yayo isuka kule ndawo ithi unkosi yamntu uzele onyana abathathu ogqibela ovela kwiqadi ngutshawe ngucirha omdala ovela kule ndlu ingapha ngasekhohlo ibe ngujwarha ovela kule ndlu ingapha ngasekunene liqadi lo ngutshawe ngumnyana omncinci kubo bonke wabulwela ubukhosi wabetha obrother bakhe encediswa ngabantu bakwaSikhomo orhudulu ukuze abuthathe ubukhosi ngonyana bakankosi yamntu aba mandigqitheke igap le yonke ndigqibe ndiyotsho uPhalo is the last king of the United Xhosa Kingdom before it split into two. The only other split that I know of kingdoms is in the Bible. AmaJuda, namaSirayeli, where there were two kingdoms, Judah and then this southern kingdom. Kube kama Samaria phakathi kwabo. Now there is a split here. Ukwakhiwa kwale indlu kuthiwa indlu yasekunene yayikade ngekho sindlu yasekunene indlu encinci. Kwehla indaba komkhulu. Ikomkhulu lalipha Thongana phezu komlambo iGcuwa. Kulapho lokhoyo ikomkhulu. Xa siziselela zaxelela uba wayentweni lo usenqadu kuze wayiliphakathi likaChiwo ekwi-retirement emdala wezwa naye kwathatha i3 days usuke enqabarha uyofika komkhulu wayisolva ngokuthi kumkani uyinhloko wena nansi inhloko apha njoba uyinhloko nje siza kwakhela indlu yoba ube ulapha enhloko ngapha sikwakhela umfazi ngapha sikwakhele omnye umfazi sisandla esinamandla apha emntwini esisasekunene so asikho inferior esandla makwenziwe indlu ekuthiwa indlu yasekunene. The difference between a great son and a right-hand son started there. Kwazalwa uRharhabe qala from the right. Mdala uRharhabe noCaleka. Then ukumkani wanika uCaleka ubukumkani bamakaphathe esaphila ayenziwa lonto. Wamnika ubukumkani bamakaphathe esaphila. Wangena ehlathini lo umkhulwa wakhe. Wamqusha. Xa emqusha wawunqanda uyise. Wagxothelwa ngapha kwenciba uRharhabe. Wafika pha ukuzizwana zemidange ezamachawe ezazikade sesihlale lapha. Waginya yonke into pha namaqhakancu namaqhunukhwebe yonke into waginya wazakhela ubukumkani obupha oba phehlelela nguyise naku uyise ofela ezeleni kungapha kumlambo, right? Akuzange kubekho kumkani wamagcaleka oxelela amarharha ma report kuye, akho mntu akwaye report komnye, amarharha be reportela wodwa namagcaleka zireportela wodwa, ngekho mntu ufuna xa ke amarharha bewela inceba ucela uncedo, namagcaleka ngonjalo awela inceba ucela uncedo kuba zii-brothers ezi kingdoms. Xa kuzawubekwa ikumkani, wena xa uyinkosi ekhonza phantsi kwam, xa ufuneka ubekiwe unxityiswe ingubo yakho yobukhosi, unxityiswa ndim ndingukumkani wakho, but ukumkani unxityiswa ngomnye ukumkani, uye kuye kwesinye isizwe kuyokhangelwa ukumkani uzawunxibisa lo kumkani. Apha ke kuthi asiyi kwesinye isizwe, xa kuzawubekwa amagcaleka yeyamarharhabe enxibisayo, xa kuzawubekwa yamarharhabe yeyamagcaleka enxibisayo. Bekusanonxityiswa uzwelonke ebenxityiswa ngamarharhabe, sisithethe eso. Akhange kuyo kwaZulu kuyocela okanye bathenjini. AmaXhosa ayanxibiselana kuba akwi-level eyi-1 yoba zikumkani omabini lamaXhosa. Wafika uNhlapho wathi ndizawubhatala iinkosi ndingurhulumente kaMbeki, andifuna ubhatala abantu abaninzi, makuphungulwe
khame ndihlale kakuhle.
Kulapho ke sahlukana khona ke singamarharhabe nobukumkani bethu, sabuchallenge court, siyiwinile ke ngoku bu-back bukumkani mama.
Into endikhanganyileyo yintoba I think into endibonileyo apha kuthi majority yethu are under 50. I think istory sobukumkani bamaXhosa is more interesting than a Game of Thrones. And enkosi bhuti ngothetha ngentoba kukho ii-artists apha. We as artists, I'm an artist. If fine artists need to draw, fashionistas need to. Let's go back and really own being Africans, not just amaXhosa, not just the Khois, but sibe ngabantwana bomnombo omnye. Mandise kuButhemba.
Mandenze le mibengo yombulelo sifikelele isigqibe esiphelweni sobusuku, ndiyazi abanye abantu abafuna kude kugqitywe. Dine Budmonde, dine arrangement, Steve Biko Foundation, but must sebenzisa space for these debates and current affairs. Ngolo thathu kanye ngolo zine, we choose one day in a week where we open these debates. No one's launching incwadi, but ke sixoxe ba ngubani kanye noRharhabe, ngubani kanye noGcaleka. You see, basifuna uxoxa neGuptas ngazirhoyi in neGuptas. Kodwa si umntam ke fundile ingaske kule capture ke yena nsiki ye-opera house sifake naleyo into, right? Yeah, manibulele iqala kwi-opera house. I-opera house asirentanga for lo msebenzi, isiphile le ndawo uba masize sizodakasa apha senze ukuthanda kwethu. Ndibulele kumhlobo wenene ngepartnership, ndibulele nakwi-Herald nakomanye amaziko asincedileyo ngopromota lo msebenzi uba uzube impumelelo engaka. Ndibulele kuKhwezi ngoba ngovumo uba ngu-MC wethu, ngo-MC umsebenzi wakhe apha eAmava kusincedisa as advisor. Ikhampani yakhe ngu-Anado Creations, umsebenzi wakhe film making. I-Amava ayikabi nayo film division yakhe, so sisebenzisa u-Anado Creations ngexesha singabi na film division yethu. Ndibulele kubantu abazidinileyo, ndibulele ngamazwi enkuthazo na umbulelo, Brightness, uBrightness umhlobo wam wakudala, sikunye kula public relations profession, silwamadabi pha e-transformation. Ndibulele kubantu bonke abazileyo, ndiyabulela zihlobo.
I think ndichukumesekile apho ndikhoyo. I'm actually moved And I believe there is a lot that we need to learn about our leaders, especially Utatu Maqoma. I think there's still a lot of stories that needs to be told that are not yet told. I think what they have done is actually to create a path and to remind us, ukuthi sizazi, remember about our heritage, remember about who we are, and remember about what we stand for as the Black society or Black community.
Well, sisesengxakini kakhulu because siyacinga into uma mhlambi ukwazi ukuthi isingesi inkcubeko leyo. Kanti if siqala apha elwimini lethu kulapho sikwazi ufumana khona into bathina singobani sikwazi uzingca ukubheka phambili because namazwe athi aphuhla apha ehlabathini ngamazwe agcile kakhulu kwisintu sawo, ilwimi zawo nezinto zabo bona bakwazi uzenza. So I think ngokuthina silulutsha sinalo ndima leyo masiyazi ba singobani sizince ngolwimi lethu because elwimini lethu kulapho sesifumana siloba ezinye intetha zesiXhosa zisuka kwaba bantu uyabo odada wabo bakhulu bethu abashiya basulela apha kwehlabathi siphila kulo lapha eAfrika.
Ndiyabulela bhuti wam. Thank you so much.
History yethu as abafazi abamnyama has been subjected to colonialism, and we're not subjects of men, we're subjects of our own people. Even our culture and our tradition, there are things ongakwazi uzenza. One of beautiful examples is how uMaqoma, before uKumkani uSakheli went to initiation school, umama ke wayexhothiwe emzini wakhe, and then uNkosi uMaqoma went to utatomncinci wakhe wathi uzamolusa njani engekho umama wakhe, which is izibazana. And that doesn't speak to into yobana ngaba he was subjected, but it talks about how protector kwabafazi. I mean, we even look at in our day and age how women are being abused and that's not our culture, it's not who we are, it's not where we come from. But because of not understanding ubutina, we tend to think that's who we are and we're not. So reading the book really exposes us to a new world of women within our history that we do not know about.
Thank you.